So I'm not even your first victim? You don't even give me the honor of being the first victim? What number am I? Now I'm insulted.
Hello guys, my name is Winter Cosmos and we are back with another random Friday game. We're going to be playing another, it looks like a visual novel, but it says it's a romance game, so then it's called Bloody Painter Dating Sim. So whatever that is whatever that is. I don't know anything about it. It did come with a pre-text warning at the very beginning, given the fact that it seems like a pretty mature game, rated for PG, or it's a 13. Lowest number is 13, so I don't know what that means. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Excuse the fuck out of my ears. I guess they don't exist anymore. Ugh. Oh. So my dumb self accidentally skipped the first beginning of that text. I panicked and closed the game out because I wasn't sure what I was doing. So here we are at the beginning. And as I mentioned, this is the content warning. Fun. Content warning. This game is not suitable for children. You agree that you are at least 13 years of age. Does that mean like in terms of maturity, or you just assume? Because I feel like there's some kids that are still too young at 13 too still. But that comes on what level of maturity that is. This game contains some graphic scenes of violence, general CWs, realistic gore, jump scares, starvation, realistic depiction of graphic violence, auditory gore, murder, death, dismemberment, graphic self-decapitation, realistic severed head. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my nose is apparently running for whatever reason. I did just have to like drop my partner off at work because he was too tired to drive, and I was already up. I like woke up around like 4-ish, so I figured why not. No, I've been waking up pretty early, so I figured, yeah, why not just start the day and already play the game? In the game, players can easily die. If you encounter a murderer, please call the police. First, it's unrealistic to develop a romantic relationship with a murderer. That depends on how delulu you really are in this scenario, because the amount of documentaries that I've watched where they do at some point take on a lover differs that story. This is a romance game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started because, man, I really fucked that part up at the beginning. Ugh. Can I just press enter? Oh, I can. That makes it easier. I don't know why I clicked the skip button. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. I had a bit of a blank moment. That was the blank moment. With a severed headache, you wake up in an unfamiliar place. Oh, this is so slow. As you touch the bruises on the back of your head, it seems you were hit by something heavy before you lost consciousness. A heavy iron chain tied around your feet. Someone has trapped you here. You try to remember what happened before you lost consciousness, but you can't recall anything. Let's investigate the surroundings first. I don't care. I'm just kidding. I'll do the door. You peek through the keyhole, but you see nothing outside. I wonder where I am. Where to investigate next? Let's go wall. The room is surrounded by 4 walls without any windows. It's weirdly cleaned up and no ashes or sand can be seen. That's a weird description. No ashes or sand can be seen. Are you trying to illustrate no dust? Like, it's so well kept that you can hardly see the dust particles involved in the situation, so that's a little concerning to me, because most basements, if they're especially unfinished, do tend to be a little more dusty and more storagey, which still contributes to the dust. So it's like, how often does this individual have someone come over? It's just creepy. It's creepy. Looks like a prison built by a germaphobe. I don't know about that. But I was gonna say, prior to the game starting, I'm like, the whole warning signal, the content warning, it made me crack up, because I'm like, does that also include the book talk girls? Because, like, they're like the biggest delulus I know out in the community. Because, I mean, hello. If you're reading novels or series that depict this kind of scenario, which could be a lot worse in my opinion. It probably is a lot worse, because I normally, when I read stuff, it's very dark fantasy, because why would I want to read anything related to life? Like, hello, I'm already living in this life. I'd rather read something that is unattainable and unfathomable, so I'm gonna read my dark fantasy. But yeah, there are probably scenarios of books out there that are describing this scenario probably a little more off the hinges, because the only one I could think of that's truly off the hinges is, I think, Hooked. I read the synopsis and I was like, oh, it kind of sounds interesting, but the moment I opened up like 3 pages in, I immediately was like, yeah, no, not for me, and maybe I might try to give it another go to see if I was just being a little too judgmental, because it's so popular. But I don't know. Like, I did read review, so that said it's pretty out there. So I don't know. Maybe I might try it again later. But it's giving that kind of like situation of like, oh, it's unrealistic. But there is an audience for unrealisticness, and it's the book talk girls. They know what's up. Where to investigate next? Sorry, I'm like playing with my earphones case. Let's see. No signal. Damn, that's gotta be a very barricaded room, or you're out in the boonies. Because the only way you're not getting signal is unless there isn't a cell tower that far out where you're at, or the room is proofed. And I don't know which one of those two is true. I might be in a remote place or underground. Where to investigate next? Let's go to the mattress. There's a mattress on the floor. The mattress feels really hard to lay on. Where to investigate next? No, I already did the door, right? Yeah, meals. Wow, this is a really well-considered meal. Jeez Louise, look at that spaghetti. Near the door, there's a serving of spaghetti with tomato sauce and a bottle of water. Also, a round plastic fork that's completely harmless was thoughtfully attached. I'm gonna have to see if I can increase the speed, because that speed is really bugging me. Oh no, wait, that's auto speed. Okay, We'll see if that works. It's still slow, but I'll give it that. It's still warm. It feels like it was sent here not long ago. Where to investigate next? Alright, my nose was bugging the hell out of me, so I went to go blow it. I thought I already did everything. Yes. What's the next move? Why would I need to yell for help? I kind of already feel like in this scenario we kind of put... Hopefully we can put one and two things together. We have no service. Our phone is currently inactive. I wonder if 911 would still be working, because I remember, or unless this is an older game, it would not exist. But in this scenario, if it's a little bit newer, like, isn't 911 supposed to work regardless of cell service? If I remember correctly. Like, I don't know if that's the case. Let's, see if we can hear for anything. You can't hear any sound other than your own breathing. The soundproofing of this room seems particularly good. I don't want to knock over the meal. That seems a little wasteful. And the other reason why I'm saying that, let me break it down, is because at this point, if we're already captured, what else are they gonna do? We're already in the worst case scenario, so me knocking down the food isn't gonna do anything besides, one, be wasteful, one, I can eat that later, and two, I'm just contaminating the area that I'm currently having to live in, so that just seems unnecessary. So I'm just gonna go to sleep. What do you mean, think again? Yes? I don't like that. That made my anxiety peak. You lay on the bed. You try to sleep under this condition. Maybe it's the fatigue caused by nervousness. But still, you fall asleep. Ooh, spooky. A question mark. I love how the dialogue is questioning it. Why are we still questioning it? You open your eyes after hearing some sounds. You open your eyes after hearing some noises. Oh, what the holy fuck? Did not mean to say that. A tall man wearing a mask is squatting on the floor and looking at you with his head tilted. For some reason, I always mistook in spelling tilted and tile, I guess. I don't know how. I was in college and I was extremely sleep deprived that I couldn't really tell words apart half the time, so now I figured that out after so many years. I'm reflecting on it. I'm gonna have to see if I can... We're gonna go full and I'm gonna see if this also might help. Okay, there we go. He remains silent, as if he is sizing up his prey. He points to the plate on the floor, like indicating that you should finish your meal quickly. I don't think the word like would need in this scenario. It would read a lot better if you just remove that. He's already demonstrating to us that he wants us to touch the food, or he's indicating that we need to eat that food. So there is no option here besides either one out flat refusing and making the scenario worse, or just being obedient and accepting the loss. Thinking that the strange man might have poisoned the meal, you shake your head in fear. I mean, rational? I feel like that's rational in a in a normal person's head, but our current situation means that we have to develop our little senses a little bit more faster and just kind of cave into certain things. So that's unrealistic right now. Seeing you have no intention of eating, he looks quite distressed.
You can't die.
Oh. What? This has voice acting? I like his voice. You're making this harder to not like him. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I very much did like that voice.
Not now.
What are you gonna do about it, homie? I'll stop. I'm gonna stop. He slowly speaks with a deep and steady voice.
The freezer is full.
Excuse the fuck out of me, what did you say? So I'm not even your first victim? You don't even give me the honor of being the first victim? What number am I? Now I'm insulted. Wow, the freezer is full. I'm not even the first victim. I feel disrespected in this scenario. What does that mean?
The freezer is full, and there's no space for more.
Is that a threat, or can I do something? Just kidding, I'm sorry. I was on a binge last night with TikTok videos of like, in this scenario, to be honest, in this scenario, and the way that they would rephrase certain things, it's all like, how can I not take that sexually? Like, if I'm gonna be in the worst case scenario, I might as well just have some fun in this scenario, not in real life. Not in real life. Real life is too scary. We don't talk about real life stuff. But in this game, are you hitting on me?
7 days.
Ooh, it's just like the scary film 7 Days to Die. I remember that when I was a kid and how like everyone was scared of that film. To this day, I've never seen it, so I never got the same nostalgia or fear of it, but I did watch scary movies that made a lot of parody of that fucking film. But yeah, man, brings back memories of people just freaking the fuck out and making chainmails. Oh my gosh, chainmails used to be a thing. He pauses and thinks.
There won't be space until 7 days later.
Are you gonna consume whatever's in the freezer, or are you disposing of it? You're being vague, and at this point I feel like since I'm your victim, what's the point of being vague? You already got me in your trap. You're what is the name I'm trying to think of? The Venus flytrap. We're already in a Venus flytrap. What's the worst scenario you're gonna give us? Details, information without we might not even survive long enough to tell anybody?
If you die now, you'll rot.
I mean, don't you want me right? I'm sorry, I'll stop. I blame TikTok. But I also blame me for allowing the algorithm to say, hey, so we noticed that you've been into this, and no, I don't like it enough for it to know exactly what I like on TikTok's algorithm. But if I see something, I'll click through it, which is still going to cater to the algorithm. So that's kind of on me too. I'll give you that. What do you mean? So I only have 7 days left to live? He nods and walks out of the room. Wait, you can't just leave me here like this. Please. Your cries can't stop the door from closing. Let's investigate the surroundings first. Ooh, we got bread. We got bread. We got bread. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize I meant to go to sleep. I thought it meant to investigate. You peek outside from the keyhole. You see the shadow of a man walking around. Seems to be busy with something. What is he doing? I don't know. A bread and a bottle of water. So are we just not gonna eat? Is this alright? I'm just gonna go to sleep. Wait. Maybe it's like a point and click game? No, I lied. It's just sat there and point and clicked and nothing happened. Please try to improve your survival rate within 7 days. Oh my gosh. I'm like having the bad mucus problem right now. I keep having to stop and go spit out stuff. I think it's because all the dust that I've been dusting around my house, because I finally got around to dealing with the dust, and I'm having some severe, like, what is it, sinuses stuff. because usually it gets really bad when I start cleaning that kind of stuff. So hopefully I sound a little bit better now that I forcefully try to cough off what it was ever in my freaking nose and in my sinuses. Let's investigate and look around. He's not feeding us anymore. Empty plate. That's not a good sign, you know. That's just no bueno if he's not feeding us. I liked it better when he was feeding us food. I mean, at least the spaghetti was kind of thoughtful. Bread's a decent go-to, but now I just feel like he doesn't like us because we're not eating his food. You check the keyhole. You seem to see something. You see that there was a vague figure at the end of the door. I don't know if I want to yell for help. Like I said, in this run through right now, I don't think it'd be justified to scream. It's not going to make the situation any better. If we don't really have any cell service, that's kind of already putting another damper on the situation. And if it's soundproof, what's us screaming going to do? You sense something wrong and realize what that is after narrowing your eyes. Oh, hello. Where's the extra hands coming from? This is an artwork made of the human body, not a human being. Wait. That sentence kind of threw me off. What do you mean? Human body is a human being. I mean, I guess that's being pretty resourceful. I don't know how to feel about that commentary because, like, as an artist, when do you cross a boundary in art and then it being too graphic? Because the whole point of art is to invoke a lot of emotion, and sometimes that tends to dip into things. So, like, right now, seeing this scenario, like, I don't know how to unjustify it because I don't know. I'm so flabbergasted. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm extremely flabbergasted. Oh, fuck you, you son of a bitch. How dare you? That got me. Ah! You hear the door open. You slowly push the door, and there is no trace of the strange man. So he just unlocked the door and just decided to let us roam. Also, how the fuck did we get the courage to just suddenly open the door to go out there after seeing what we just saw? You know. First, you go into a room with a large freezer, sink, and operating table. Then you open another heavy door. You find yourself in a room full of glass display jars. This is giving Angel of Death. I think it's Angels of Death, plural on the S, because it has a similar vibe of where you're interacting with other serial killers and their weird preferences on who they deem, in quotations, tractable enough to, I guess, murder in a sense. Because when you really come down to it, murderers do have preferences, and so it's just giving that vibe if anyone's ever played that game or watched the anime or manga. I love the premise because I originally watched it a long time ago, I think when Manly Badass Hero was playing it, and for whatever reason, like, it struck a weird chord in me because I just love the dynamic of the situation that, like, the characters are in. I just love the scenario. Just, I don't know.
I've always been into like dark, kind of like fantasies, so it lies within that. That's all I'm gonna say.
The jars are all filled with specimens made from human body parts. He's giving, I don't remember what the name of the character, I think it's Dan or Danny, who's into like collecting eyeballs. And he puts it in his eye, so like he's actively using human eyeballs in one of his eyes, I think that he puts it in. And he tries to collect Rachel's because she has such a vibrant blue color of eyes. And he's just so attracted to that, so it's giving that vibe. Sorry, I'm like taking in the room. Is that an actual human corpse? How the hell did he preserve that human corpse as a vase? It looks like you're in an art museum.
But it really puts into question uncertain arts. So like, I went down this rabbit hole of, I don't even know if it is truly a snuff film or what, but like the YouTube video that I was watching had described it as a snuff film, and how everyone preceded it as a snuff. I don't even remember the context, to be honest, but it just reminds me of it because like it said somebody stole some guy's like costume designs, used it to make like a weird out of place dark video with someone being forced to eat noodles with these costume designs, and how like the artist came forward claiming that that's his suits and that they were stolen, but you never see it after that. Besides, I don't know how many videos, 3 videos I believe it mentioned. So it's giving that where like you don't know if it's intentionally done to just create a ruse, or if it actually did happen. So it's like, and the other reason why I bring that up is because like we don't ever know what goes on behind the scenes. And this is giving like that vibe of like, this could all, as an outside perspective, this could all just probably be like what you would consider maybe like paper mache or clay, until you're behind the scenes and then you're actively seeing that this is actual real material. And it's like, wow. And I'm just so mind-boggled on this situation because I'm like, oh, that's what the title meant. Bloody painter. Okay. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought that was like a play on words of like, I don't even know, to be honest. I just thought it was a play on words.
Could it be that he wanted to freeze me as material for a specimen artwork? You're thinking. You've seen this scene.
No! You're gonna make me choose? Okay, let's save. Let's save. So we're gonna save, because this is gonna make our moment. Okay, can I get out of that? The controls are a little wonky. I'm trying to leave. Fuck. Run away. Admire. Alright. Judge me all you want, but I'm admiring the artwork. I'm flabbergasted. I'm just leaving it at that. I'm flabbergasted.
You look around and admire his work with relish. I'm a relish, I'm a relish, I'm a relish, I'm a relish.
I'm on one today.
You look at them for 15 minutes straight.
Interesting.
Oh, fuck you, you son of a bitch.
I hate it when people do that to me.
I hate that. It's like I'm so hyper focused on the scenario and then someone just decides to speak, and I have a vague feeling he's behind us.
You hear a vague voice coming from the corner. It turns out the man has been watching you from a blind spot behind the glass cabinet. I like them. They're so beautiful. The man goes silent with his head tilted. For a couple of seconds after hearing your comment. He seems to be thinking about something.
Don't you consider it cruel or bloodthirsty to them?
All right, we're not gonna. I'm not even gonna think past what he's commenting on because, you know, we're in this dire situation. So dire situations called dire choices.
No, I feel nothing at all.
You're such a weirdo.
That's rich coming from the motherfucker that literally just decapitated all these fucking victims for your gratification and use of artwork. You're going to call me a weirdo? Nah, sir, that's not how that works.
You think, aren't you talking about yourself?
After you have a tour in his display room, he locks you back in the small room you were in. You go to sleep to end the day. Your survival rate increases. You damn right it does. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. You're already starving. You're waiting for him to bring dinner, but what you get is not dinner. What do we get? Whoa. Instead, you hear the door was opened. What does Otto do? Oh no! No! Alright, no. How do I turn that off? Well, I guess you guys can have fun pausing that and reading that because I don't think I can unless I go all the way back to the save point. Which... do I want to do that? Alright, I went back and redid it. It wasn't that far behind. A light shines through the crack of the half-open door, looking like an intriguing invitation. You open the door and walk into that light. You first arrive at the room with an operating table outside of the door. But this time the operating table is not empty. There's a defrosted human corpse on there. But this time the operating table is not empty. There's a defrosted human corpse on it. What? The man pops out of somewhere. He unties the iron chains from your feet and hands the syringical knife in his hand to you.
First.
Oh, damn. We're getting first-hand experience of his artwork.
Where do you think the first cut should be?
Wait, what? I didn't know I was going to play mortuary assistant. His voice tone sounds cold, like the kind of teacher who gives students hard questions on purpose. No, I love how that's automatically the first thing. I really am tempted to do that just to see what happens, but I don't know if that would be the reaction that I want to give, and I'm just gonna set the scenario down. All right, so we attack him. How does he grab us? And again, I blame Dig Dug for this. It's like, oh, what you gonna do? You're gonna have fun with me? And it's like, the type of fun I'm thinking is not at all gonna be the type of fun he's probably gonna offer, so that's not the first scenario. I mean, stabbing the corpse is an option. Can't do it. Come on, we're not a wuss. Stab the... I'm gonna be nicer. Stab the defrosted human being. Maybe beautiful work always comes with some sacrifices. Without hesitation, you stab the abdominal of the corpse with the knife. But due to the lack of professionalism, the lines you cut are crooked and ugly. Well, there goes the sacrifices, so... And this is when he gets close behind your back and holds your head. Oh, what the hell? Well, I mean, to be fair, I know a little too much about this, so when you intend to like cut the skin, human skin is so, there's so many layers in there, so you have to take a lot, unless that knife is extremely sharp and you're unintentionally doing it, which can be a little more easier to cut through skin. But if you're intentionally doing it and then it has a lot of factors in, like it being currently frosted from the freezer, it's gonna make it a little more harder to cut into the skin. So that's another situation, and I only know this stuff because I watch too much documentaries and I Google a lot of things, because being a writer, I gotta know certain situations my characters are gonna be in, so that's the only reason why I know for research purposes. You're both holding the syringical knife, like you two are cutting a cake together. Stop, this should not be romantic. This really should not be romantic. With his hand, the lines you cut become smooth and clean. I mean, he should have offered that to begin with. Dude. In this situation, it's just a little off-putting because he forcefully like painted a red smile, and I'm wondering if that's actual blood on his mask. So it's like a weird delusion of this is his permanent emotion on this mask. So it's like, it's just a weird scenario to be in when we're already kind of like uncomfortable, but he's just in this weird like appearance of like happy because of the mask. So it's just overly weird. I love how his pen is also a fucking smiley face. Like, what the hell is going on? You can smell an ocean perfume on him due to how close you are. It seems to be sprayed to cover up the smell of formula. Formalin? You can smell an ocean perfume on him due to how close you are. It seems to be sprayed to cover up the smell of formalin. Formalin? I've never heard of that word. It's probably like a chemical or something. You can feel his warmth with your back, but his fingers are a little cold. He's focusing on cutting the corpse, and your hand keeps moving under his lead. He could have killed you, or ignored you, but he didn't. You start to spectate on the purpose of his behaviors. Could it be that he wants someone who can ignore the cruelty and process and understand him? Well, you know what they say. No matter how twisted you are, in some weird way, you're longing for connection. You're gonna long to want to connect to someone. Rather it be in a weird, cruel situation or in a normal situation. Everyone's gonna want some sort of craving. And now that could be wrong in certain people that don't want. What is the word I'm looking for? Damn it, it's at the tip of my tongue. Affection, there we go, affection. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the scenario that we are currently in, is that clearly he wants some affection and he just doesn't know how to break the ice
Because, I mean, how the fuck do you break the ice in this situation? What you're doing is pretty illegal, and what you're doing to people is also pretty fucked up. And then the victims that you're pulling are not even actual potential love interests. They are within themselves victims, because if they don't do what you want them to do, they become a piece of your artwork. So it's a pretty crappy situation to be in, no matter what. And just trying to connect to someone on that sub level of like, hey, I think I can have someone that would appreciate me for me regardless of it. It's really hard. I don't. It's giving sociopath and murder tendencies. I don't know. You think? After the happy creative time ends, you're locked in the room you were in. You go to sleep to end the day. So we don't get any food. What the fuck are we eating? I'm scared. I don't even know how fast we're improving. Until noon, you don't see breakfast or lunch being delivered. You're already starving. You notice that something is shining at the corner. A key. It seems like the man accidentally dropped it last night. You open the door with the key. You go past the operating table where you two spent creative time together last night. The display room. Then you discover that there are natural uneven marks from one wall to the corner. You find a trapped door. After pushing the trap door, you see a normal basement storage room. At the corner of the storage room, you see a stair that goes up. That's wild. Like, this whole scenario is wild. It turns out that this really is an underground secret room. I mean, I don't know what gave it away. The fact that you're not hearing noises or anything might have been my first clue. Or your cell phone not working would have been my other clue. Hidden layer by layer with a trap door. Hidden layer by layer with trap door. No wonder the sound insulation is so good. You walk up the stairs and see a heavy wooden board. You push it hard. What catches your eyes is the interior of a cozy cabin. Then you realize the heavy wooden board you just pushed is the back of a bookcase. You look around and find that there are specimens everywhere in the cabin, and there is also a reindeer head specimen hanging on the wall. Oh, he makes portraits of them. I was beginning to wonder if he actually sends them or what, but it looks like what he does is probably rearranges them, so like he removes body parts, forces the body to become unnaturally confined, or I mean molded, unnaturally molded and made into something he wants to see. So when he does begin to paint, he gets like a weird, in a sense, organic shape of the item that he's making a portrait of, and then probably proceeds to sell that painting for I don't know how much, but it would be unnatural yet unique in a weird sense. So I'm wondering if he makes a lot of money off of that. Like, I don't know. That's just what a weird scenario to be in. Then you walk into the living room. Hello. Handsome. You see a young man with a handsome face and pale skin lying on the sofa. The ocean-scented perfume and the faint smell of formula emits from his body. It's him. He is the masked man who kidnapped you, but he's not wearing a mask at this time. I honestly think he looks better without the mask. His sleeping face has a ferocious expression. His neck is sweating and he seems to be trembling. It looks like he's sick. At this time, you decide to run the fuck away. I'm just kidding. We're gonna save right here. Take the opportunity to escape. Yeah, that would be a good option. It would not make you complicit anymore. But at the exact same time, when does Stockholm Syndrome start hitting? That you're no longer in a normal scenario. Sorry, I started like freaking out because I couldn't find my phone. So my brain just immediately switched tasks. So I even forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, that's right. I think... I mean, we could just leave, but I'm already... We're already down this road and we might as well finish it. You can't bear to leave him alone, so you reach out and touch his forehead. Whoa, so hot. You try to find something that can cool him down. Let's investigate. We're already in the living room. The living room is spotlessly clean. Where to investigate next? Let's go ahead. His expression is ferocious. He seems to be in pain. He's still having a fever. Where to investigate next? You don't think it's good for a patient to sleep on the sofa. But you can't move him with your strength. Where to investigate next? Specimens? It feels like he did them all. The workmanship of these specimens is exquisite. Where to investigate next? Can I just... Oh, I can move with that. Okay, cool. There is a photo frame on the shelf. It's a photo of him standing at the entrance of the... Judith's mental hospital with a man in a doctor's robe. Where to investigate next? So we're not gonna... There's no context to that? Cocoa powder. There's a jar of cocoa powder and a cup on it. Let's make him a cup of cocoa. Where to investigate next? Well, first off, I was still looking at that shelf. There's a box with a combination lock on the shelf. Well, I don't know the number, so I guess we'll leave that alone. Where to investigate next? I'll have to remember to go back to that. You find some of his profile files in the bookcase. Name, Hella Owitz. Gender, male. Birthday. Oh, his name is Helen. Okay. Birthday, October 1, 1980.
Is his birthday gonna be important? Because that's highlighted for some reason. And I don't have a pen with me. Okay, I'm just gonna try to remember that. Or wait. Now that's gonna open something that I don't need open. Wait, maybe. I'll put it in my web browser. I misspelled that. 1980. Okay. Where to investigate next? You think it's his birthday? I don't know how long the digits would be, so let's see. Okay, so it's not that long of a number. Incorrect password. Okay. There was a note in the box that says... What the fuck? Oh, we actually opened it? I did not think we were gonna open it. I don't know what that says, but we'll just write it down. 2FTP3SLA or 0. That looks like a 0, not an O. I wonder what it means. The living room is spotlessly clean. Where to investigate next? Did we do the bookshelf? You find some... Yeah, we did his bookshelf. Okay. So we can end that one. Yes. Let's go to the kitchen. The kitchen is spotlessly clean. Let's go ahead and look at the fridge. There's some ice cubes in it. There are some ice cubes in it. These can cool down his body temperature. Okay, let's look at this. You find some clean towels in the kitchen cabinet. I can soak a towel in the ice water and place it on the patient's forehead to cool him down. I don't really think we can, yeah. I don't think we can do anything else, so we're just going ahead and... Is there anything else that I can do? I don't think so, right? Yeah, no. So that's gonna be important. Okay, yeah, so there's nothing else I can do. You return to the living room, wringing out the excessive water from a towel soaked in ice water and place it on his forehead. His ferocious expression gradually softened. You once again notice his fair skin and long eyelashes, and his slightly curly black hair. If you don't say he's a murderer, his sleeping face looks very harmless now. If you don't say. After a while. Oh, you fucking scared the fuck out of me. Alright, why do you look so shocked? Is this not your wildest wet dreams? Tell me not. How is he shocked? He wakes up from the scent of you. Okay. He wakes up to the scent of your brewing cocoa and sits up on the couch. He looks a little shocked. I forgot there's voice acting, so I was a little put off by that. He looks around quickly and seems to understand what is going on.
Why are you doing this?
I'll do what I want. I wanted to ask myself that too.
You saw me faint and didn't choose to run away.
Silence.
You're such a weirdo.
Oh, really? What? What? I don't think you're mature enough to have this conversation by calling me a weirdo, bro. Like, I can literally point downstairs and all the shit around your house that is nothing but actual human body parts that are being displayed. So, how am I the weirdo?
Is there anyone weirder than you in this house? You can't help but bitch about him. Girl, I've been bitching about him since the start of the game.
No, since the start of the first time he called us a weirdo. That is unappreciated. Sir, you're the fucking weirdo.
You seem to see the corners of his mouth rising slightly for a few seconds, and the atmosphere between you relaxes. He doesn't drink the cocoa you brewed for him. It seems that he's still a little weary of you. Well, I mean, it is just day 4 and the motherfucker was sick. What do you expect? Can you tell me who you are?
Bloody Painter. That's the name they gave me for my modus operandi.
Modus operandi? Is that like your code name for painter? Or is that a code word for painter? Or is that your name? Anyways.
If you find it difficult to pronounce, you can call me BP.
I mean, bloody painter is just a long word. It's not hard to pronounce. It's just long and doesn't roll off the tongue very naturally.
Wait, isn't his name Helen? Helen Odious? So he just goes by his nickname. He doesn't even like his real government name.
Even though what he told you was just a nickname, at least you know how to call him now. That sentence threw me off.
At least you know what to call him now?
Anyways,
the natural language for this is in Chinese. So there's some incorrect English translations going on, or the wording is just not really wording correctly. So if you're wondering, it's not naturally in English. The first language is in English. The first language is in Chinese, I believe. I could be wrong too. I'm gonna have to double look.
After the brief conversation on the sofa, he does not lock you back in the underground secret room.
He does not?
Wow, we made progress, everybody. We have freedom. Perhaps staying to take care of him when he fell ill was enough to prove that you won't run away. You get up from the sofa and continue to look at the specimen decorations in the living room. He sits on the sofa, crosses his legs, and picks up a book and starts reading.
By the way, you better not try to escape.
You're threatening me now when I had the choice to do that when you were sick? Bro, you just a softie. You ain't gonna do shit.
There are traps all around the cabin, and only I know how to get in and out safely.
Oh. So good thing we didn't leave. And also, you're fucking paranoid if you set all that shit up, which means you probably learned from the very first several victims that came through to set that up. That's kind of scary within that self to hear that.
You sit on the sofa. Soon, a wave of sleepiness comes over you. Today you fell asleep on the sofa in the living room, not in the cold underground secret room. Secret to know. Your survival rate increases. You see him busy cleaning in and out of the house early in the morning. I'll come help too.
Is that A hair pollen. Is that a... Wait. Is that a scalp with human hair attached to it? And a nail? Okay. Okay. That's certainly a visual that I needed to see. After finishing speaking, you pick up the rag and bucket and join the cleaning. But you can't really see where this almost spotless house needs to be cleaned. You're just taking a clean wet rag and wiping it on the clean cabinet. Do you usually love cleaning this much?
It would soon be covered with a layer of dust.
Oh, he didn't even actually read that, so it's not like he's actually reading it all. It must be cleaned like this once or twice a week. Otherwise, it would soon be covered with a layer of dust. Although he doesn't talk much, his tone and voice gives you a gentle feeling. It doesn't make you feel nervous. You climb up the short ladder and wipe the high cabinets with a rag. Suddenly, a cockroach crawls out from the crack in the cabinet. You are so frightened that you lose your balance and fall backwards. Da 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 da. You close your eyes. But what you get is not the pain of falling to the ground, but a warm feeling. Oh, what? I'm a little disappointed we don't even get to see him actually holding us. We just get like what is it? An uplook view. You open your eyes and find that he's holding you like you're a princess. Again, I really would have loved to have seen that illustration of them together. I don't know, at a certain angle. Like, it could be at this angle, but a little more like further pushed or further pulled out. I don't even know how to word it, but it's showing both the parties is all I'm saying. Like, that would have been mwah, chef's kiss. He catches you with the same old cold expression on his face. Just the way I like my men in my books and manga.
Are you alright?
I don't know. Am I? I think you need to inspect me. I need to stop. I just need to stop. Perhaps to resolve the awkwardness, he asks. I'm alright. It was just a cockroach. Hearing the word cockroach, he puts you down. No, bro is on edge over a cockroach. Out of all the things that he could ever be overwhelmed by, cockroach is the thing that sends him overboard. Okay, that's good to know. So if I ever need to put him in his place, just buy a bunch of cockroaches and throw it on him. That's how he learns. He takes 2 steps from the cabinet you just wiped and then says calmly,
Don't come near here yet.
wait, what? Why did the whole atmosphere change? Why?
It's dangerous.
A cockroach is dangerous? Or are you covering something you're not really fully yet to disclose to us? Poof. I think she's laughing at him. You can't help but chuckle at the thought of a murderer being afraid of cockroaches. Fine, whatever you say. The interaction just now makes you feel a little warmth from this cold murderer. At least you see more of his reactions and expressions. This is the rare relaxation you have felt in these tense days. He could have let you fall off the ladder, but he rushed over to catch you. Somehow, you feel that after these few days of getting along, maybe now you both have different ideas about each other than you originally had. It was only a clear relationship between a murderer who wanted to hunt and a prey who was trying to escape. That's a weird sentence. I don't really understand that. Okay, whatever. But now it has an extra layer of friendship, causing the interaction between you two to have an indescribable sense of dissonance. Okay. Just when you pick up the old newspaper and prepare to wipe the windows, you find a police car parked on the road in the distance. 2 police officers get out of the car and keep looking towards the cabin. At some point, PP, I hate that. That's even worse than Bloody Painter. At some point, BP is already behind you looking out the window with you.
Wait for a second.
What? Why? And then he walks out of the door to talk to the police officers.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you Mr. Otis?
Yes, I am.
Have you ever seen these people around here? The police officer takes out some photos from his pocket.
Have these people committed a crime and are running away?
That's a weird question to ask, but okay. No, these people are missing people around this area.
I haven't seen them before, but wolves and bears often appear around here.
How deep in the forest are we? Can we check out your cabin?
Yes, come in.
B behaves very kindly and politely. After speaking, he leads the way for the police officers.
Please, follow my footsteps. I placed some traps near the cabin to protect against wild wolves and bears. You don't want to step on them.
Totally. The police officers enter the house and see you. Hello, this is...
An old friend who came to visit me recently.
You greet the police officers with a smile and a nod. At the same time, a police officer quickly looks through the missing person's photos in his hand, and then he puts the photo back in his pocket. At the same time, a police officer quickly looks through the missing person's photos in his hand, and then he puts the photo back into his pocket. It seems that your disappearance has not been discovered by anyone yet. You stand next to the bookcase, blocking the entrance to the secret room. After searching around, the police find nothing unusual and leave. His trust in you increases. Today you still sleep on the couch in the living room instead of in the cold basement. Half asleep, you hear the sounds of someone approaching. And when you notice it, the person seems very close to you. You pretend to be asleep, and the person just looks at your sleeping face quietly. The man stretches out his hand and takes it back just as he was about to touch your hair. Not the tisk. We all been through that. He turns around and leaves. Is our murderer in love with us? How impossible of him. He's not being murdery. He's being too normal. I wonder if there's like an actual people out in the world that like... There probably is. I don't know why I'm saying that there might be. There probably is. That intentionally fall in love with someone that's just out of It's so out of normal, and then they start acting normal. Just like imagine just trying to leave them because they're not acting the unusual part of them, like just being a wild murderer, and suddenly displaying like human emotions and stuff, and the complicated emotions of like confliction, I think is the word I'm looking for. And then you're just like, that's not what I signed up for. I'm leaving you because you're not what I want. Just the audacity in that.
You see him busy in the kitchen for a while. Then breakfast is served in front of you.
Ooh, that looks yummy actually. That made me hungry now.
There is a piece of toast with just the right crispiness on the large round plate, a perched egg on top of the toast, and some lettuce salad. The plating looks delicious. The plating. The cup is a cup of freshly brewed hot cocoa.
He doesn't trust us with a fork and knives.
The cutlery he gives you is still a round plastic fork with no offensive features. You sit at the dining table and start eating while he sits on the chair opposite you and flips through a book. It's still snowing outside, and listening to the squeaky sounds of the fireplace, the atmosphere in the cabin is particularly comfortable. As long as you ignore the fact that you are in the same room with the murderer who kidnapped you, everything is really relaxing. You look at him, who is full of mysterious, and some questions arise in your mind, and you decide to...
I'm saving.
Alright, let me move down to this one. There we go. Go back to game.
I mean, we have his trust now, so... What is he gonna do? Get mad at us for asking questions?
I have a question.
I love the enthusiasm.
You say with a super loud voice.
Oh, he's not happy.
I'm not Van Gogh. I have ears to hear.
I don't know. Van Gogh had one ear, correction. So, you may have both, but sometimes you don't often listen.
What is it?
Ooh, these are a lot of questions. Okay, I'm sorry, I should probably put this down because I keep fidgeting with something. I'm like fidgeting with fucking lipstick. Keep opening and closing it. I probably, you know what, I'm gonna grab something because I'm fidgeting so much at the moment. I have like this weird squishy thing that I bought before I got laid off, and I don't use them that much anymore, so maybe I should use them now that I'm right here trying to fidget.
Usually, I would read some anatomy and taxidermy books, but today is different.
Why is today different?
What are you reading today?
The Truman Show.
Wait, that's a book? I thought that was just a movie.
What is the book like?
The whole world that the protagonist lives in, including himself, is all just someone's creation.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's the film I believe Jim Carrey played in back in, I don't remember what, I want to say 2005? 4? It could be later. I know it's in the early 2000s, but I don't know the exact year it was made in, but it's definitely a film I loved watching, and I was so sad in that it was just a pretend situation to be in that he didn't even know it all was pretend. So like Imagine falling in love with someone and not knowing that they don't actually love you, and it was just all a show. Like, that hits hard.
Everything that happens is watched by the audience, and there is no privacy at all.
That's ironic that you're saying the Truman Show, and we're in a situation where we're kind of in a similar scenario where we're being watched by you, and anything we say or do could either set you off wrongly or we can gain trust.
But he is completely unaware that he is in such a large theater. Very ridiculous, right?
Not really.
I can't imagine this to happen in reality, or to me.
I mean, you're kind of already doing that to your victims, but I digress. He ain't ready for that conversation.
If our world was like the Truman Show, how would the audience view the current situation?
Damn it, I should have saved. I get this is supposed to be kind of dark and gloomy, but to be honest, my vibe has not been matching with this because I've been a little too excited and a little too on a happy mood, so I'm just gonna continue with that same motion.
Excited? Why?
Because I'm happy, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. They may be attracted. They may be. What is this sentence? They may be attracted by your charm and want to be killed by you. It is definitely giving Angels of Death. That's the whole premise of literally the show. If no one's watched it, I'm sorry for the spoilers, but it's already been out for quite some time, so yeah. You know.
Incomprehensible.
So, I mean, we already laid it in front of you. I mean, if we're gonna be delusional, we might as well just go all the way and be extremely undelusionable.
But what a bunch of weirdos with good taste.
Really? That's how you're gonna describe the scenario? A bunch of weirdos with good taste. So yeah, we're definitely giving into his delusions. It's hard to tell from his poker face whether he's seriously boasting or joking. Let's see. You pick up the book next to you and start flipping through. It's a book about the possibility of having a completely opposite version of yourself in a plural world. If there's a complete opposite version of you, what would you think it would be like?
Oh, that book. Let me think. Probably a guy wearing a burgundy coat and always having a smile on his face.
Why does that sound like a movie or something? I feel like there's a movie like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting like another Jim Curry cop, whatever the fuck. Where he, Yes Man, I think that's the name of the title, is Yes Man, and he has to say yes to things that he normally would say no to. I think that has him in there. I could be wrong. It's been a very long time since I've seen it, so I could be very wrong. If I'm wrong, sorry. But I think that's what it feels like he's giving, but I don't think he wears a trench coat. A burgundy coat. I don't know, that's a very specific answer. Why is it a burgundy coat?
Because I like blue. If he is the opposite of me, he should like red, right?
I mean, out of all the colors in the spectrum, that's very specific that you chose red, which means that might be your second favorite color, in my opinion. Then again, you are called Bloody Painter, so that might be related to that. You ask bravely. No, you're not gonna respond? You don't like talking about my demise? Well, I want to talk about my demise. You shall not ignore my pleasure in figuring out what my demise will be about.
He looks up at you for a moment.
I was going to make you into some kind of doll at first.
At first. But now? Am I gonna be a pretty doll perched on a chair? Like at a certain angle? Has anyone ever seen those dolls that used to be on DeviantArt that they cost so much money? I don't know if they still do, but they look like little miniature art dolls that you can move around, but they were so expensive. I never bought one, but I would use them to like kind of as like posing art poses for like the human, like the body when I was a little bit younger and I didn't know. I feel like college gave me a lot more understanding on that. I'm just being lazy on drawing that out now. But I'm gonna have to find a picture of what I was trying to describe. Let me see if I can find one.
Your eyes are beautiful, but if they are left alone, they'll become rotten and sunken.
What are my eye color? I want to see what my eye color is.
So I would like to dig your eyes out and put them in a glass jar and soak them in formalin to preserve them.
Oh, that's how you say it, formalin. I was struggling so hard because I was like, what the fuck is that? What is formalin? Like, that's gotta be some type of chemical.
Glass beads will be placed in the empty eye sockets to replace the eyes.
Nothing like liking a person that's very passionate about their work.
You look very pleasing to the eye, so I would also like to keep the head intact.
Okay, okay, okay. This is flirting at its finest. I'll take it.
You're welcome.
No! I'm done.
Why did he say at first? Has his mind changed? You're curious, but you don't have the guts to ask any further.
Bullshit. Might as well. This is the only opportunity we're gonna get to divulge ourselves into this sick, twisted mind. How often do you get that? Not that often.
I saw many potted plants on the shelves in the living room. Why are they all withered?
I have tried my best.
You can't take care of living things, can you?
I don't know why they always die.
Oh, uh-huh. Alright, I guess we're done with that conversation. Well, there is nothing else for me to ask.
Day 6 afternoon.
It's noontime.
To thank you for making breakfast for me today, let me make lunch in return.
He does not trust us. He frowns at you with an expression like, are you out of your mind?
Don't worry, you said there are traps outside the house, and only you know how to get in and out normally. And even if I resist you with a knife, I can't escape.
Hit him with the logic.
Okay, but I'll keep an eye on you.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good oh my fucking stars. That's what my husband says. I'm a spitting image of him right now.
Don't try anything stupid.
Or what you gonna do? You gonna frisk me down and... I'm sorry. I'll move on.
Great. As for what to cook and the ingredients, well,
a bad idea flashes through your mind and your curiosity makes you ask.
do you eat human flesh?
No. Why would I do that?
Oh, you kind of look like a bro that might have tried a couple human limbs here and there.
I just use human bodies as materials for making art, and I never think about eating them.
Oh, you have standards. He's bougie bitch that has standards. I thought you murderers all had some degree of cannibalism.
Let's put it this way. Do you eat paint and painting tools?
Alright, you don't have to disrespect me like that now.
Just because I kill people to use as materials to make works doesn't mean I will eat them.
Totally.
Also, I'm different from those who have fun committing a crime and kill purely for the sake of killing.
What are you, Dexter? Please indulge me how you're different from them, even though you're still putting innocent people in harm's way. How is that any different from them killing purely for fun when you're killing them purely for art material, which still sounds purely for fun?
Don't confuse me with that kind of unprincipled guy.
I want to know who you're specifically jabbing at. Like, that's got to jab at somebody you know, because who are you talking about?
I wouldn't do anything unless necessary.
So you're saying it's not, you wouldn't put it past you to actually try it?
You are here only because you witnessed the crime scene.
I did. This is news to me. I see. After hearing this, you decide to... Alright, I'm not gonna try to piss him off. Sounds like our character wants to eat human flesh, so I'm beginning to wonder if she's a little bit weird too. Well, we're gonna cook normal because he's already expressed that he doesn't want to eat human flesh, and we're not going to trigger that thing in him. Like, you don't want to piss off the person that's kind of keeping you alive. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? In scenarios in like this, you want to be on their good side, even if their good side is very questionable. You look at the ingredients in the fridge. There are eggs, tomatoes, white rice, some curry powder on the shelf. Okay, I've decided. You turn on the oven and start to cook. BP watches the entire production process. Rather than worrying about you escaping, he's more worried about you blowing up the kitchen. Oh shit, we don't know how to cook? That's a little too close to home. Okay, maybe I might have burned a couple things in cooking, but look, I've never blown up a kitchen. And I've never really... Okay, I burned up cookies because I forgot our oven was so new that I left them in there when I was trying to do something else that they got burned. So that's the only thing I burnt, but I never blew up anything. And soon after, a normal curry omelet rice was served. He still does not look happy with us. He stares at the omelet rice without saying a word. Don't worry, there's no poison. Weren't you watching the whole process? He starts to move after you finish speaking. He takes a spoonful of omelet rice and puts it in his mouth. That's the best shit you ever had, huh? What do you think?
It's surprisingly quite delicious.
You're damn right. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just that no one has cooked for me for a long time.
I mean, how can they? You're busy butchering them up for art pieces and murals. I can make more if you like. You had a fairly pleasant afternoon. Day 6, late at night.
Hey!
Whoa, what the fuck? Sorry. I don't know why I'm so startled easy right at this moment. You are woken up from your sleep by the man. Why are you so close and pixelated in front of me? His face is close to you and his blue eyes are staring at you. What's wrong? You sit up on the couch and rub your eyes.
Got to go.
But where are you going? Got to go?
I've noticed something unusual about the number of police cars patrolling nearby recently. They must have some relevant evidence and are doubting it. It is very likely there is an ambush outside.
Take me with you!
It's snowing heavily outside now, and I think it's time to leave now.
But then why are you gonna abandon me?
Come with me or not. It's your choice.
We have a choice! We have a choice! Do we have a choice?
I was gonna be like, bullshit, how dare you leave with me? I mean, how dare you leave without me? You have no idea how much time I spent trying to warm up to your ass. You think I'm fucking backing out now? No! You are taking me with you, you bitch! I mean, I don't know what happened. Wait, what? Did I not? What do you want me to do? I'm fine with both options, but I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me, what do you prefer me to do? You stare at his eyes.
I prefer.
He hesitates to speak and looks away, looking like he's thinking about something. Ah! Oh! That was so fast. I was nervous. Your behavior makes him a little panicked, and he doesn't seem too good at this kind of situation. Well, fuck it. He's gonna get good. We're two consenting adults. I guess two consenting adults? Question mark, question mark, question mark. You notice that his ears are fleshed, and this unexpected reaction makes you want to tease him a little bit. What do you prefer me to do?
I prefer.
And after a moment of silence, he slowly speaks.
Let you come with me.
I thought I already asked that, did I not? Or is this just something that happened? Like, I don't know, understand what happened before. Like, when I clicked to go with him, like, the word menu popped up and I didn't click on that, so I'm not sure what happened. I don't know what that was about. He tries hard to look at you in the eyes and speaks his thoughts.
We'll set off early tomorrow morning.
Day 7.
Follow my footsteps.
You're still wearing the fucking mask, bro. You're brave. You follow the shoe prints he leaves on the snow and finally succeeded in avoiding the many traps around the cabin. Just as you are walking through the forest, you hear movement behind you. Freeze. Aww, our happy ending isn't gonna be so happy. In the snowstorm, several policemen who were lying in ambush chase after you. You ignore them and keep running forward. Bang! A gunshot shoots across the sky and you feel a pain in your left calf. You are shot. What the fuck? Well, I guess they would do that, wouldn't they? He turns to look at you as if considering rather to leave you. Run! You yell at him, but he approaches you and holds you in his arms. You feel a warmth on your forehead. Aww. He kisses your forehead. I'm guessing that they found the picture of her and they kind of got a little suspicious because it was a little strange that they were building that up and then just kind of mid it. So that means they had a seeking suspicion someone was already there, and that kind of confirmed it. You feel the time freezes at this moment. The kiss is almost like a goodbye. And then he leaves you and runs forward, disappearing into the heavy snow. You are later taken back to the police for questioning. You say throughout the process that you were a victim. On that note, you're not lying. You don't reveal any unnecessary details. Since there is no evidence. Since there is no relevant evidence or proof that you are an accomplice, the police can only release you after a long period of interrogation. After that, 2 years pass. And now you live in a cheap little apartment. You live an ordinary life as if what happened 2 years ago never happened. Today is Halloween and every household nearby has put some thought into making decorations. But for you, it's just another day at work.
When you return to your apartment after getting off of work in the evening. When you return to your apartment after getting off work in the evening, the strange thing that is that as soon as you open the door, you feel a gust of wind. You remember that you closed the window before going out. And just when you were about to close the window, you find a gift left by someone on the table next to the window sill. A red rose. You don't know why, but you have a feeling that BP has been here. Every Halloween after that, you receive a rose at your residence. It's like once a year greeting. What the hell, man? Give me my happy ending. I don't want no fucking rose. I want my man. Although he says nothing, the rose seems to tell everything. Although you have certain similarities, you are two people from different worlds after all. Perhaps living your own life this way is the best outcome for the both of you. Fuck that. What the fuck you mean? Good end. 4 to 2 different worlds. Wait. What? 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 Now I'm curious. I gotta look up the endings. So let's see. Let's go with him. So even if I do say that, so
I prefer.
So it says not to do nothing. So I'm gonna.
If I take you with me, you might become a burden in the process.
So this is new, because I took his hand before, so that indicated something else.
But if I don't take you, it will be even worse if you reveal my information to the police.
Okay, I see. So the difference in the touch and not choosing to touch him is that he feels that we are so infatuated with him that we weren't gonna say anything, even if he did leave us behind. So that's why we got good ending 4 of 2, because when you give someone like an emotional appeal, so like physical touch, they begin to trust you. So like when he did abandon us, it was because he felt the need that he could trust us to not say anything of who he is and move on, even though secretly he still longs for us every year, and that's in the form of giving us a rose. So I'm wondering what this will be. He calmly analyzes the situation.
So you might as well come with me.
Okay. Alright, I'm down with that. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Follow my footsteps.
I'm wondering if they'll still catch him. You follow the shoe prints he leaves on the snow and finally succeed in avoiding the many traps around the cabin. Just as you are walking through the forest, you hear movement behind you. Freeze. And in the snowstorm, several policemen who were lying in ambush chase after you. You ignore them and keep running forward. Bang. A gunshot shoots across in the sky and you feel pain in your left calf. You are shot. He turns to look at you as if considering rather to leave you. He approaches you. So I'm wondering if that's still... And he holds you in his arm. And then you feel pain in your back. The hand he's holding around you from behind has a sharp blade. He pierces your body with that sharp blade over and over again until you lose consciousness. Wow! Everything becomes dark. That is not the ending. Until you realize that you choose to follow because... Oh, okay, so this definitely makes it or break it. I don't think I can save, so... I don't know. Ooh. I'm gonna go with the first one and then I'll come back to say we are the same kind. I think that might be... You wake up from a nightmare and you are lying on a comfortable bed. You look around and find yourself in a cozy looking room with specimens hanging on the walls.
Are you alright?
Wait, we do it. What? What? The man asks as he opens the door. I'm alright. 2 years after that. That night 2 years ago, even after you were shot in the leg, the two of you continued to run forward in the snow. Fortunately, the winds and snow were strong enough to cover up your whereabouts, so you were not caught up. After that, you came to another remote mountainous area and rented another cabin to settle here.
If you're fine, get up quickly. I will need your help in today's creation.
Wait, what? Okay. Yes, teacher. So,
Bring me the bone saw.
oh, okay. Okay.
Iron in the blood will trigger a luminol reaction. Any area with bloodstains outside should be wiped with hydrogen peroxide at least 3 times.
I mean, he's not wrong about that.
Wiping blood-stained areas with hydrogen peroxide reduces the luminescence,
Okay.
but when it's dark, it still glows obviously to the naked eye.
Okay.
So, try not to leave bloodstains anywhere other than the basement.
Okay. At least man has a protocol. You gotta give him that. Got it.
Good girl. You're learning fast.
Oh, he just called me good girl. Oh, it's from House Moving Castle. Stop. He teaches you carefully, every step and every detail. You assist him in cleaning up crime scenes and assisting him in completing his creations. During the day, you pretend to be a good civilian under false identities. And at night, in a place where people can't see you, you create creations that are outraged by both humans and gods. The paranoia of art, the clean and the neat killing methods, the cautious and intelligent thoughts, the neat and invisible crime scenes. You are obsessed with everything about him, and he is the person you long to follow. You long to become the second him under his leadership. He's a good mentor rather than pampering his disciple. He prefers to use guidance to let you learn freely. You have became a pawn that he is proud of. For him, you would do anything. Until an accident occurs. While committing a crime, his legs were permanently injured and he could only walk with crutches since then. He's already in his 40s at this time, but you feel that the traces of time makes his elegance even more charming. Okay, you're not gonna tease me and not give me the artwork. What the fuck? Okay, I like it. I like this. And just when you think that the bloody painter's evil deeds have come to an end.
Take it. I have nothing left to teach you.
What? No! You're my master! I can't leave my master. I'm surprised we don't look old. I mean, if we've been with him for so many years, how do we not age the exact same time as him? So... like, hello? We should be at least, like, as old as him? But it's also giving me... what is the film's name? I think it's a Russian film about vampires. I can't remember. They made an American version of it with... I don't remember her name either.
From the girl that does Kick-Ass, she plays in it as the female vampire, even though in the German film, it's kind of left up to adaptation that it's a young child, but it's indicating that it's a male because he kind of got butchered down there at a very young age. But a child at a very young age, both female and male, tend to look similar because they haven't developed like the hard set features. So the only reason why I bring that up is because like in that scenario, like the vampire child has a caretaker that starts to age out, so like they're being a little more sloppier and getting their victims and destroying them to the point that they have to go away at that point because how sloppy the mess is. And this is what it's kind of reminding me, is this whole scenario. And it's like, no, I don't want you to leave me. What do you mean? You're my master in more ways than one. Wink wink.
You seem to like this mask very much.
Oh, you're cute.
I don't think I'll use it anymore, so I'll give it to you. What to do next is up to you.
He gives his mask to you. You look at the mask in your hands and seem to understand the meaning of the teacher's words. You think to yourself that maybe your encounter with him years ago was just for this moment. I won't disappoint you. The legend continues. What? Okay, so then that's the third one. I want to know what the first one is then. What is the first one? Different world. But somehow I got the second ending, so different. And everything becomes dark. Until just now you realize that you chose to follow because... And then him and I are the same as what I didn't choose. So let's see what that one looks like. You wake up from a nightmare and you are lying on a comfortable bed. You look around and find yourself in a cozy looking room with specimens hanging on the walls.
Are you all right?
The man asks as he opens the door. I'm alright. 2 years after that. That night 2 years ago, even after you were shot in the leg, the two of you continued to run forward in the snow. Fortunately, the wind and snow were strong enough to cover up your whereabouts, so you were not caught up. After that, you came to another remote mountainous area and rented another cabin to settle down. Here.
I heard someone talk very frequently in her sleep.
That's a lie, sir. I don't appreciate your lies. Why are you trying to throw me under the rock like that? Those are my secrets. I'm just kidding. I was just having a nightmare. Oh. Oh, that made me blush. I was not expecting that. He sits on the edge of the bed and strokes your cheek, his forehead touching yours gently.
Don't worry, there's nothing to be afraid of.
What the fuck? How did we not get this in the first round? I'm a little upset, but I'll take it.
There's nothing more dangerous than me here.
You damn right. He is right. If you are just an ordinary person, you should be worried about the murderer living under the same roof as you now, rather than a nightmare. But you are not an ordinary person. You're as cold-blooded and emotionless as him. The two of you are equally evil, but this makes you both find a sense of belonging in the other. Living with others made him feel uncomfortable at first, but living with a crazy person like him doesn't make him feel uncomfortable. Because you can always quickly know what the other person is thinking, and you also know clearly where the other person's boundary is.
You live under the same roof, but you don't interfere with each other. He continues to commit crimes, and you sometimes participate on a whim. Oh, this got really extreme. I love it. You have each other by the short hairs, and you know that if you expose each other's crime to the public, then you'll be finished too. So you are more or less cover each other. You have a strange symbiotic relationship where you sometimes dislike each other and sometimes deceive each other. But you also have absolute trust in each other. Two mad men keeping each other company. So I don't get the difference. Let's see. I want to stay and live a normal life. You think that this crazy journey should not go on anymore.
Okay,
What is he gonna do though?
I understand.
And suddenly his face moves slowly closer to you. And just when he's about to touch you, he takes a piece of cloth and covers your mouth and nose hard. And after struggling for 2 to 3 minutes, your consciousness gradually becomes blurred. And when you open your eyes, you're back in the basement again. You are tied to a chair and you can't move your body. You try to break free, but you fail. The rope is tied very firmly. You hear someone's footsteps getting closer to the door. The door opens. He walks in slowly, holding something behind his back. He moves closer and closer to you until he's at your ear. You can hear his breathing and your own heartbeats. Close your eyes out of fear. You can feel that he's scratching your skin softly with the back of a knife, and the cold metal stimulates your nerves. His palm is holding the back of your neck through his glove as if he is studying your face and thinking about where to cut. Fear boils inside you, tears filling your eyes unconsciously. And suddenly he forcefully holds up the back of your neck, forcing you to look him in the eyes. He slowly speaks with a soft tone in your ear.
If you stay here, you might reveal my information to the police.
Okay.
The risk of keeping you alive is too high.
Okay.
But even if I say I want you to come with me, a normal person like you will leave me one day, eventually.
I guess. Let me say, I don't know. Let me save just in case there is an option to save. I mean, there's a choice beforehand.
I quite like you.
Mm.
And if it's you, I would like to turn you into a work and put you somewhere I can see you every day.
Oh, you're just so flattering, aren't you?
It's you who made me realize that I might be more selfish than I thought.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry. I'll saw your head off as material for artwork and visit you every day. Thank you for spending these few days with me. I felt quite at ease.
Not the choice I was going for, but I guess I accidentally got a bad ending.
We'll have more time to spend together in the future.
Or we could just spend it now. Oh! Okay. The red flower flows from the neck. How is this gonna end up? Now you can neither feel or think. Everything becomes dark. Oh. Your body and your skull are separated. Is that our hair? Boy, did we look adorable. No wonder why he had such a fascination with us. He finds a new place after he takes your head and leaves the cabin. Oh, he just left our body? Okay, I guess. He carefully makes your head into a specimen, and your eyes are replaced with glass beads. You are made into a beautiful but also creepy doll, and he visits you often. You become his favorite work. You are with him forever in the form of art. Okay. Oh, that's not the ending I was going for. So I got 2. Let me... That was a... Okay. That's interesting. I guess that was all of them. Let me see. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got all of these ones. Okay. So I still have... I'm assuming the bad endings. I mean, that one was kind of bad within itself, but yeah, that was all of the good endings, I guess. There's more bad endings if you want to check out the game. It's free on Steam, and you can play to your heart's content on what situation you want to do and deal with. I kind of liked it because it's a dating sim, and I have a thing for dating sims, especially visual novels. There is limited choice factors in it though, so you don't really get a variety of anything. It's not like most visual novels where you get an entourage of certain men you get to select from and go from there and make choices. You're just with one person and their whole demeanor and dealing with that. I gotta say, like, I do like the atmosphere, the music, the artwork. It all is interesting and kept me going. The English translations could definitely be a little bit better. There were certain wordings that I was just staring at, or after I had read it, I was just like, what was that supposed to mean? So it definitely could improve on that, but otherwise, I liked it. It gave me exactly what I've been craving for in a visual novel, because you don't really get that many anymore, especially with female dating sims. Like, you don't get a lot of female protagonist dating sims. They're mostly catered to like the male audience a little bit more, so I haven't seen that much for like the females, and if there are some, they have yet to come out, so it's definitely in the works. I know that I still have some that I have on my Switch that I gotta play, and then want more that I keep wanting to buy before they discontinue the Switch and they become a little more pricey, so I do want to get a hold of those, which are all female protagonist visual novels, and you're selecting an entourage of men that you can date or pick whatever. Anyways, yeah, but this was interesting. I liked it. I very much enjoyed it. It's an older game, I believe. I don't think there's any other game about it. I wish there was kind of more to it, but yeah, I enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great Friday early in the morning, because I know I'm up still pretty early, and hopefully it's going well because it's Friday, it's the end of the work week, you know, gotta have some time off to relax. If it's not going well, hopefully it gets better throughout the day, and by nighttime it's more relaxing and stuff. If not, you always have the weekend to improve and enjoy yourself and relax if you need to relax, or do things that you need to do in order to relax. But otherwise, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I shall see you. Bye!